Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel. I just gotta be a part of my own intro. That's right, folks. We have a green screen here at Cleetus McFarland headquarters now. Today we are doing a video that I'm so excited about. It is our top 10 moments from 2017. Basically our first established year as our own channel. So a couple videos ago I asked you guys to post some of your top 10 ideas. You guys did, and I've kind of compiled them together. This is where this list comes from. It's not in perfect order, but it is sort of in an order. This should be a really fun video because we've had so many hilarious and awesome times this year. Two things I want to give a big mention to that I'm not going to include in the top 10 list, but it goes without saying these are two extremely memorable moments from 2017. Number one, of course, being meeting Ed the Neighbor. He was an absolute legend and will of course be missed. And number two, obviously getting Leroy was a huge moment for us, but instead of, you know, doing a whole subject on getting Leroy, we're gonna skip over that and just do moments about having Leroy. Now that those two are out of the way, let's get into our top 10 countdown from 2017. Up first, in the number 10 spot, we have Larry Enticer. Some of you OGs, this is way back, aka the guy who invented Just Gonna Send It.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
He came and met up with us right when we bought Leroy. We went up to the track and we tore it out. We did some hilarious stuff, and we actually set a world record for the most donuts around a Canadian at once, which I still hold to this day. No one has come back and beat it.
Money! Yeah! Oh my god! How many was that? I don't know, but I'm so dizzy. Oh my god, dude.
21 cookies around. 21 cookies around a Canadian.
Dizzy. I'm so dizzy. 21 donuts around Canadian. The world record has been set. Let me know when someone beats 21 donuts around a Canadian.
Kinda got away on me there.
In the number 9 spot, we have Duck Call on the ProCharger. You guys remember the ProCharge white Ram? We had that P1 SC supercharger on it, and Cooper and I decided to hook a duck call up to the blow-off valve. This was kind of a highly demanded comment, and we just figured we had to run with it. So we duct taped that bad boy on there, went out for a cruise, and this is what happened.
Oh my god, it's just purring. Oh my god. Oh my god, listen to it shifting. This is the best thing ever.
It's got the whine like a normal top mount supercharger.
It does. It sounds like it's got straight cut gears. Just listen to that rev. It starts to surge.
Really?
What was that?
Oh my god, it went
I got it.
Have you ever heard this noise before, man? I don't. Yeah. You ever never diagnosed that? I think it's got something wrong with it.
When it blew off, we were freaking dying. It sounded like a dying duck versus boost. I mean, it was just freaking hilarious. One of my bigger videos to kind of start off, I mean, we were right around 100, 200,000 subs right then, so that video had a big push for us. It was a fun one for sure. All right, on to number 8, we're doing Leroy's first startups. We're gonna kick it off first by going into Leroy's first supercharger startup. This is right after we kind of had Leroy for a little while. We went ahead and started doing the first mods. We did a Texas Speed and Performance Bald Eagle cam. I mean, a Bald Eagle cam, guys. And then we did the LSA blowers. So that LSA supercharger off the Cadillac CTS-V. Threw that all on Leroy. It took us about a week, put it all together. When we fired it up, it sounded so sick. Sometimes I miss the sound bit because, you know, it's just no mufflers, you know, no turbos to block that real choppy LS, delicious Bald Eagle sound. Oh.
Oh boy.
Alright, we're gonna check the firing order. It could be incorrect because it was kind of like backfiring a little bit. It didn't sound right.
but we didn't have them necessarily labeled correctly, so we're gonna just do some investigating. All right, this is round 2. Hopefully we got that fixed. We flipped them all 180 because we think we labeled them while I was upside down. So
Ready to make some power?
let's make some power. Come on, baby. Oh my God. Bald Eagle Cam, you got that right. Woo, woo, woo. Oh baby. Oh my God. Oh. Jesus. Holy crap. This thing sounds insane. Oh yeah, it sounded good. So on to the next startup that really, I mean, this one just stole the hearts of so many. When we fired up Leroy for the first time with that Texas Speed 427 and then twin turbskis, the Precision 6466 turbos. It was like a glorious bald eagle, beautiful purring noise. Oh, and the first time we heard it, it was just so freaking awesome. So again, guys, we have that new Texas Speed 427 in there. We've got twin Precision 6466s. He's got a built transmission from RPM Transmissions now. All this stuff is absolutely crazy, and I just honestly can't wait to hear it. I just want to see these freaking turbos spooling. That's all I care about right now. I gotta see this car working, and hopefully it fires up.
So should we start it?
I suppose. I don't think there's anything else to do.
I'm terrified.
I am too. I really am. Oh my God. Alright, so it fired right up. That was literally the first time we tried. I heard just a little bit of spool, but we're checking oil pressure and the oil lines to the turbos before we do anything, because we have to make sure the turbos are getting oil. Just listen to those beautiful turkey sounds, but let's move on to number 7. Of course, guys, we couldn't leave out the Fidget Spinner. This is one of my bigger videos from the year, and it's just kind of an all-around crowd favorite. I know some people hate Fidget Spinners, and some people actually got mad at me for making this video. It literally had teenagers emailing me saying, why would you destroy a Fidget Spinner? It was ridiculous. We got ourselves a Fidget Spinner, we went to Jeremy's, we put it in the vise, and we put it to the test, and the results were amazing. Just check it out. Not gonna give it much cheese, but we'll see. Okay, yep. All systems go. This is the first nitrous run. Put your face mask on, boys. All right, brace yourselves. Nitrous hit on the Fidget Spinner number 1. Here we go. Oh my gosh! Oh, I got smoked! Alright, brace yourselves. Nitrous hit on the Fidget Spinner number 1. Here we go. Oh my gosh! So yeah, that was cool. But what's cooler than a fiery burnout? On to number 6, we have the girlfriend versus girlfriend burnout contest. We went over to the shop with Kayla and Bronte, that's Cooper and I's girlfriends. we decided to have ourselves a little burnout contest. We got the Crown Vic out, Kayla went first, and I gotta say, she did a pretty good burnout. Almost 40 seconds, and she blew a tire. So I was like, man, Cooper's girlfriend's got a lot to compete with here. It was her first burnout ever. She was so nervous. But it's super easy to do a burnout, the Crown Vic, right? So instead of just going up there and flooring it, she goes for the endurance run. Does the longest burnout that's ever happened in the Crown Vic. And as you'll see, it got even crazier when the small forest behind the shop literally caught on fire.
Full tires. It's full tires. That takes some skill. A lot of smoke now. Quite a bit of smoke. She's already at 37 seconds. Oh man, this strategy is outstanding. 43 seconds, Bronte. She's dancing, confident, looking good. Oh man, she's coming up on a minute, guys. 55 seconds. Very confident. Oh, now she's taking up second gear. She's in second gear. Still spinning both tires. 1 minute and 10 seconds in. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lanta, Bronte. This is out of control. 1 minute 20. Oh man. Okay, hey, stop. Fire extinguisher. Minute 30, but we got a fire. Oh God. Oh God. Cooper. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Little excitement for you. Oh my God. That got so out of control.
Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy moment. I didn't see it coming. We were doing this burnout. I see all this white smoke, and then I started seeing black smoke. I'm like, wow. Burnouts produce white smoke, not black smoke. That is a fire. I started hearing the crackling, but got it out, made sure we didn't start any forest fires, we were good to go. Up next, we have another burnout, and this is like the pinnacle of when Leroy gained his fame as an absolute savage. I mean, Leroy was savage, and we had named him Leroy the Savage, but he really wasn't Leroy the Savage until this happened. This is the 6th gear burnout that happened at my event, Cleetus and Cars, down in Bradenton, Florida. Plug my event real quick. We do have another Cleetus and Cars coming up on April 28th, 2018. But we hosted a burnout contest at the event. Bunch of guys went up and did some hilarious burnouts. Some guy ate a sandwich while he was doing his burnout. I pulled up in Leroy. I'm announcing, I'm doing the burnout. I'm like, man, first gear is easy. Go to second gear. It's easy. Third gear, right to the rev limiter, no problem. Tires are flying. I can feel the heat cooking off of them. I'm like, oh my gosh. Fourth gear, let's try it. I've never gone this high. Banging into fourth. RPMs are still climbing. So what did I do? I freaking went to fifth. The rest you'll have to watch and see. It gets crazy. what an epic burnout that was. That video did really well and was another big one from 2017. On to the number 4 spot, what do we got? Roll race with Kyle. How could I forget that? That is seriously like one of the pinnacle moments on the channel this year. We had basically started the Leroy project and said, what are we gonna do with this thing? I mean, it was like cool to build a car, but when Kyle and I came up with this idea to kind of call each other out and make a big race between our C5s, Kyle had a twin turbo C5 he was building, and I had just gotten Leroy, and we were like, man, we gotta set up a race. So our big event that 1320 Video does every year called the Ice Cream Cruise was the perfect setting for this race. I didn't even have a test hit. Kyle made like one quick one, and we just line up and we're rolling out, and I can see this crowd of people just way up ahead on the side. And I just remember putting Leroy into that second gear, and I could hear his turbo spooling up. I could see Kyle looking over at me, and I just had the chills. I was like, this is going down. Leroy flies through the traps, whoops the unicorn Corvette, and I was so excited. That was probably one of the most happy feelings I had had in all of 2017. The race series eventually went on to Kyle winning 2 drag races in a row and then me winning a 4th race. So we were 2-2 in a series. We decided to run it in the quarter mile later this year. It didn't actually work out because Kyle had a little fire, but we're now racing in 2018 in the quarter mile just for fun, and that's coming up in just a couple of months. But again, an epic moment, such a fun showdown to do with Kyle, one of my best friends, someone I talk to all the time. We got to build some cars together, have some fun competition, and it was great for you guys as well on YouTube. Alright, so we're on to number 3, and this is just a classic. And this is just something, this is like a life goal of mine, right? My first 1,000 horsepower pull. So Jeremy, my tuner, making some power, he's doing his magic, do a couple pulls, and then boom.
Let's go freely, boys. We're going freely. Yes! 1,005! Woo! Yeah! 1,005! 956! Woo! Woo! Yeah! We made some power! Woo! We made the car God's proud. I mean, it was just like, boom. Finally, that 1,000 horsepower mark to the tires. I will forever hold that day as one of the most happy days driving home, and after all that work and battles and just being like, boom, we made some freaking power. Alright, so we're on to number 2, and this is an absolute classic. This will forever be one of my favorite videos, and it was huge in 2017. We had just finished the LSA build with the heads and cam, and it was time to go out and do some street tuning. You guys know Jeremy, my tuner, he's a pretty cautious guy, right? Always wearing his safety goggles and his earplugs. I freaking love the guy, but I got him pretty good in this video. He actually never ever lets customers drive when he goes out street tuning. He always drives their cars and they ride with him. The reason for that is Jeremy got in a couple accidents earlier in his career where people were driving their cars while he was trying to tune, and they lost control, so Jeremy's very cautious about it. We've been best friends for a while, and you know, we race and go-kart together, so he trusted to let me drive. So he's like reluctantly handing over the wheel, and he knew what was coming. We had no cage on the car. I think we had harnesses, but seriously, like wide open doors, nothing else. And I'm driving, and you know, the car's feeling great. I'm like, hey man, let's do a first gear pull. This is what happened, and it's absolutely hilarious. It feels so clean. Like, I mean, it's just so clean.
It was at this moment Jeremy began to regret putting his life in the hands of the white trash Stig.
That is crazy. Oh my.
Poor Jeremy, looking like he's terrified, like a little girl about to throw up from Leroy the Savage, and it was seen by almost 1 million people in 2017. And then I'll throw in this bonus clip. Kyle also rode in the LSA setup, and I got him almost as good. His hat was flying off. Just look at him.
All right, you ready to have some fun?
I'm ready.
It was at this moment Kyle realized that his magical fairy unicorn C5 Corvette was going to be dragged by Leroy the Savage.
That was a good one. He got real rowdy on that one.
So that'll wrap it up for number 2. It's finally time for number 1. I think you guys all know what this one is. This is the world record pass from Leroy. But before we talk about the world record pass, I want to talk about Leroy's first 8-second pass. We get to the YouTube call out, we drive all the way up to Cecil County. Everybody at the YouTube call out are diehard followers, right? They know the channel and they knew we were there to try and run our first ever 8-second pass. I just had this mentality that I wanted to go out there and make everyone proud of all these people who showed up to see Leroy run. They wanted to see that 8 and I wanted it so bad too. So I pull up there. This is freaking what went down. And I'm looking in my mirror trying to see if they're all jumping around. I didn't know. But when I got that time slip, it was like the most glorious moment in history of my entire life. I had never been so proud of what we had accomplished as a team with you guys, with all the guys who helped with the car. I mean, I was just so proud of Leroy. And then when I got back and edited the video and I heard Cooper go, "Oh!" Yeah! Like right when the 890 pops up on the screen, that sound gives me the chills and the crowd just screams because everyone is so excited. Gosh, it was an amazing moment for the team and all the sponsors who had helped us. You know, we'd finally gotten the 8 and that was, you know, kind of one of our big goals. So the 890 pass was sweet and I thought that was probably the fastest Leroy would ever go. No, it was not. I knew right after that 890 pass, I was like, man, that was only 17 pounds of boost. I was like, oh shoot, Leroy's got tons left in him. And I was so crazy that the same week we went back to the drag strip because Leroy was still running perfect, you know. And we said, screw it, we don't just want that C5 record. We said we're taking down all stick shift Corvettes. We are going for the world record for all stick shift Corvettes. We were like, screw it, let's just go try it. Cooper and I roll into Orlando, Leroy in the trailer, and some hopes and dreams. We swap over to the 28-inch tires at the track. We go out there and we let her rip tater chip. The track was getting kind of dewy. It was just, I was a little nervous. I didn't want to go out there and put a bunch of power down on a track that wasn't going to hold the power. It was getting late, but then a couple people started making passes and the weather started to clear up. So we went out and made another pass and the clutch didn't hold. The clutch spun, it was throwing sparks, it wasn't looking good. I got back to the pits, I was like, alright, we're calling it a day. At least we had fun and we didn't get hurt. And then Kevin from KSR Fab was like, no man, you gotta make another pass. He was like, let the clutch cool down, cruise around the pits real quick. I went out, pumped the clutch a bunch, got some air in there, cooled it off. That monster LT1RR had one last pass left in it. I pull up to the line, I do my burnout, Kevin lines me up in the groove. I freaking let off of that clutch and the car pulled harder than it ever had in its life.
It felt rowdy. I don't know.
Like, what do you think it was, if you were to guess?
You're smiling a lot.
What did you think it was? If you were to guess, what do you think it was?
I'd say 875. That's the record! What? Yeah! No way! The last pass of the night! You gotta be kidding me!
Deep into the record.
Dude, thank you for making me go back out. Dude, yes, come in here. Kevin came and he made me go out. Dude, no way!
I told you to do it!
No way! 12260 foot. Wow! Yes! That's the record, boys and girls. That's the record.
Look at your 8th. That's awesome, man.
8th, 547 at 126. Yeah, buddy! Oh! No way, dude! No way! I just want to say that before this pass, when I decided not to make another pass, I filmed the saddest outro. I was even gonna play sad music. But freaking Kevin's like, let's end it, dude. He's like, make another hit. Some guy just made another hit. So we go make another hit. 848, and I'm freaking shaking. That's a 10th faster than the record. This car, Leroy the Savage, the salvage title C5, is officially the world's fastest stick shift Corvette.
Think about that. Leroy went from a salvage title car at the beginning of this year to literally the fastest stick shift Corvette in the world. He had the world record for all Corvettes ever. This salvage title, piece of crap Leroy that we bought and built ourselves, we literally made it the world record holder for the stick shift Corvettes. Like, what an accomplishment. None of us saw this coming. I think a lot of luck, a lot of skill from the guys that we work with, and just freaking all the support from you guys came together at that moment, and that was the most gratifying moment of 2017 for me. Literally taking home a world record in Leroy the Savage. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up. What a freaking year, and let's end it off strong. Thank you so much for all the support this year. I mean, we're over 500,000 subs. At the beginning of the year, we didn't even have 100,000. You guys are amazing, and we would have never come this far without all of the love and support that you guys give us. We love building cars, and we love putting on a show for you guys. We're not stopping anytime soon, and we hope you don't stop watching anytime soon. Looking forward to a great 2018. We've got a lot of plans coming up. But for now, thanks for watching. Do it for Ed, and we will see you later.